Hello, boys and girls. I know I normally do not help you too much with these interactive notebook pages, but with me being out and I'm not sure if Miss Gust will be in um, for this, I wanted to make sure I left you this little video. So this is interactive notebook pages 15, 16, and 22 for ancient China. And for this page in particular, you can use your Google Slide Pages 13. But I'm just going to go through and read the information, read the question for you, and then go on to the next page. So the first one here is oracle bones. Oracle bones were pieces of bone or turtle shell used to communicate with the spirits and the gods. They were used mainly in the Shang Dynasty. Those who used the oracle bones would carve questions onto the bone in a special script. Heat would then be applied to the bone until it cracked, and the patterns of cracks would be interpreted as the future. The next section here is Bronze Age. Bronze work during the Shang Dynasty is one of the greatest cultural achievements in the ancient world. The technique they used involved liquid bronze being poured over tightly packed clay molds. This allowed the artists to apply designs directly to their mold. Their favorite design was the Taodi mask. They represented a spiritual force to ward off evil spirits. The mask would always have large eyes, fangs, and nostrils to give it a beast-like appearance. So the question you need to answer is, after reading about the oracle bones and Taodi masks, what cultural shift do you notice about the Shang Dynasty? If you need to pause so you can answer, go ahead and then hit play when you are ready. I'm going on to the next page now, page 16, which is the Terracotta Army, and that corresponds with Google Slide page 14. The Terracotta Army is a collection of life-size clay sculptures representing the armies of Qin Shi Huang. Qin Shi Huang was the very first emperor of China. Even though there are around 7,000 figures, no two are alike. Wow, that's amazing. The clay figures are arranged in rows, very similar to military formation. The Terracotta Army was discovered in 1974 by men who were digging a well. Finding the largest pottery figurine group is considered one of the greatest archaeological finds of all time. So Qin Shi Huang was the first emperor of the Qin dynasty and of all time. From 220 to 210 BC, he standardized Chinese writing, law, currency, and bureaucracy. He was also known as a cruel ruler who killed those who didn't agree with his ideas. He also burned books and banned scholarly discussions. Okay, and then the next page is page 22, and this is your final page. And this is the Great Wall. It corresponds with Google Slideshow page 19. The Great Wall was designed to stop northern invaders, Mongols, from invading China. Many people mistake the Great Wall for being one continuous wall, but it is actually made up of different sections. All the sections together make up around 5,500 miles in length. It is the longest structure ever built by humans. The earliest sections of the wall, created by the Qin dynasty over 2,000 years ago, were made from stone and wood. Many workers have lost their lives from working on the wall. So your first question here on the left is, do you think the Great Wall was effective in keeping out invaders? Was it worth the cost of creating it? So it's kind of a two-part question. And then here on the right, what are other examples in history where walls were constructed to keep others out? what do we use walls in today's society? So think about that. There are a couple other walls that were created. There's a big one somewhere in the United States that our former President Donald Trump wanted to work on. And then finally, your last question is, do you think the Great Wall was worth building? Why or why not? Give at least 3 reasons and use support for your reasoning. So you'll put your answers there. Good luck, my friends, and make sure, even though you finish this on paper, make sure you turn it in the Google Classroom and write a personal note that it was done on paper, and then Miss Gust or I will check it when we are in.